G'day folks, how you going? Brad from the Headshot Guys here. I am today going to talk to you quickly about clothing. I get often asked, what should I wear? It's not a really difficult question. My answer generally is wear what you love. Wear what you would, if it's a corporate headshot again, wear what you would normally wear to a day in the office. Obviously I'm from the Gold Coast. Sometimes it can be location dependent. Now we do get a lot of people here on the Gold Coast that would generally on their day-to-day probably not wear a tie, but there are those that get asked to speak in various locations around the country. So I would be suggesting to those people that even though you might not on your day-to-day wear a tie, you could in fact get some shots with a tie and a suit and a jacket, whatever it might be, and just store them here so that if you ever do get requested down the track for a headshot with a suit and tie on, you've got one in my archives, in my backup there, so that you don't actually have to come in and do a whole new shoot, which obviously has logistical and expense items around it. So if someone's, for example, a real estate agent that potentially might not wear a tie on their day-to-day in their day-to-day work, but they are looking to get into speaking gigs, or they do attend conferences interstate, those types of things where they may in fact be called on to speak, then I would be suggesting to them, hey listen, get some shots with a tie on, doesn't hurt, doesn't cost you any extra, you're here for the session anyway, do a couple of extras, they're there. You might not necessarily grab them on the day, but if 6 months time down the track someone says, hey listen man, can you send me a shot with a shirt or a suit on, you've got one there. It's just a quick phone call to say, hey listen, shoot that over to me. So same for women. I don't think it really should matter about your colours. People go, oh, should I wear blues or greens? Wear what you love, wear what you normally wear. Obviously you would keep it industry appropriate. If you're a lawyer, then a bikini, or sometimes even a shoulderless, a strapless top might not be appropriate. You might have to cover those shoulders, cover the arms. Again, it depends on your style and what you would normally wear. So I try not to move people too far away from what they would normally wear, because that makes them comfortable. Most people have their style. I do get people in here occasionally that wear a lot of brights, greens, yellows, reds, all those types of things. If that's you, don't despair. Listen, you can still wear those colours in your normal headshot session if that's what you wear. Potentially that's your style, that's what you do, that's what you wear. You wear bright colours and bright lipsticks and lots of makeup and all those types of things. If that's you, keep it authentic. There's no need to go back to being plain and conservative when that's not you. So generally I'd say wear what you love, keep it industry appropriate, keep it simple. Again, my other general rule is if it takes attention away from your face, I don't want to see it anyway. But again, you've got to match your own style. I have had lots of people in here that do wear those bright sort of colours, and it works for them. That's their personality, that's their style, and that's what they want. So I'm not going to dress them down, so to speak, just for the sake of a corporate headshot. When you're trying to be a little bit authentic. For me here in the studio, it's about comfort levels. I like to get people comfortable and confident, get them relaxed. So wearing clothing that's unfamiliar can sometimes make people tense. So hence the reason why I suggest sometimes, hey, wear what you love. You're not going to be standing in front of my camera questioning the colour or the look or the feel of it because it's your favourite. So you know it looks good and you know it works. So okay, so there are a few quick tips. Quick tips, 4 minutes, on clothing. I try not to rant and rave too much, but I need to give people value, and sometimes that takes a few minutes. So I hope that works for you. I'm Brad from the Headshot Guys. See you later.